What's up, everybody? Christian from Treasure Town here, and today we have a $25 box of pennies, and it's an awesome feeling because this is like our third or fourth box in a row where we are starting off with a wheat ender, and I hope that that trend continues throughout the rest of the box. We'll see what we get. We've been averaging about 16 Wheaties, so I'll show you update by update in terms of anything cool that we find. And it took a little bit longer than I would have liked to, but about 5 rolls in, and we have a 1957D wheat penny, so it's a good way to start the hunt. And though the coin isn't that cool, it is always good to get a wheat, especially if you haven't gotten any too recently. There you go. Very next roll, we get another wheat penny. This one's face up, 1948, so our first from the 40s, so maybe we could find some older ones. That would be a cool compliment. And now I'm excited. So in our next roll we have a almost beautifully uncirculated wheat penny on its back, so we'll get to reveal, which will be fun. So there's the coin, very cool. Maybe I'll put that in the thumbnail or something. But let's check out the front. 1957D, so not as good looking on the front, but that back sure does have some really nice uncirculated luster. And that's a very cool find for this box. At this point, the box is really heating up. We just found another wheat penny, 1941, so it would be great to strike into the 1930s or earlier. No kidding, so our very next roll, and this is 5 in a row, we got a 1945 wheat cent in terrible shape, but the streak is still alive. I think 5 is my largest streak ever. And I think for fun, I'm going to open up in the next 2 rolls ones that I know we have wheats, so we can extend that streak, as far as we can go. Our first up was an ender that I discovered on the other side of the box. Nothing too crazy, 1945 wheat penny, and there was nothing in this, but our streak is still at 6, so looking to have it grow, we're going to do this one next. And this roll really reminds me of another roll that I did where I got 1 silver ender and nothing else in the box was silver, but on that silver ender, the last one, we got another one right behind it. This is the case in this roll with a Canadian to back things up, but I'm going to have to hunt all this for now. Our reveals are a 1952 and a 1958D, so nothing that, I'm going to get too excited about, but we'll see if we can find any other wheat pennies in this roll. Doesn't look like it, but I will be pulling out that Canadian because I'll show those at the end unless they're super old. Very cool though, and we'll hope to hit number 8 in our next roll. Well, all good things must come to an end, and that streak certainly did. We now were skunked for about 4 or 5 rolls, but lucky 7, it's a good box regardless. Here though is a 1950 to break the drought, and very cool coin, so good to finally have another wheat. And on this, we are close, but no cigar, a 1970S, looking for that regular small date where the 7 is parallel to the 0. However, this was the large date, so no such luck. And there's a little bit of spacing in between our next roll, but we did get another wheat. This one's a 1953, so a pretty common date, and that's been the theme with all these pennies so far this box. We are making up for lost time with this roll, though. We got a 1955, no double die on its face up. I don't think that that's a double die. I'm just looking. Maybe there's a little. That last 5 looked interesting. And this coin is going to be 1949, so that's pretty neat. I don't think that we get a ton of those 1949 dates normally. And this last one is another 1948, so all 40s, 50s wheats, but again, 3 in 1 roll, that's pretty good. I'll take that any day. Something we haven't seen in a little while, we got a non-Canadian foreign, a 2 euro cent coin, so it's a euro. This is definitely worth more than a penny, probably about 2.3 or 2.4 cents. 2000 is the date on that one, so a little neat variety in the midst of this hunt. Short little update here, we got 1 more wheat penny as well as a Canadian that I'll be plucking out, but this one's a 1944, so can't complain, I'll be taking that one out. Some good news, with 5 more rolls after this left to go, we got a 1950S, so the San Francisco mint mark made in California, but 1950S wheat penny, so that's cool. I think that we've got representation of all of the mint marks that were made for these Lincoln wheat pennies. Our very last roll before the wrap-up, and we got a wheat cent right there. Let's check it out. Oh, I dropped it. 1950D, so that's a good way to end the hunt, and I'll be right back with the wrap-up. We did get some cool older Canadian coins, so that'll be neat to check out, but for now, I'm just pumped that we ended our box on a good note. For the final wrap-up, we got a 1 cent from 2009, one of the special Lincoln designs, a 2-cent coin from the European Union. We got a whole bunch of Canadians, including a 59, 62, and 63, so that's a slightly older design, a 67 centennial coin, and a smattering of other ones. I think that we had something like 18 in total. And then in terms of the wheat pennies, nothing too valuable. We got a 1950, 50D, 50S, 52, 53, 55, 57D, 58D. We also did get a 57D that I'll get to in a moment, but we got 1941, 1944, 1945, 1945, 1948 times 2, and a 1949, as well as that uncirculated looking wheat penny. Let's get a zoom on that so we can see the detail, but you won't find something like that every hunt. Very cool. Thanks for watching the video. I'd encourage you to like, comment, subscribe if you haven't already, and connect with me, whether it's on Instagram at TreasureTownYT, Reddit at rTreasureTownYT, or on my website, treasuretownyt.com. Have a great day, and I hope to see you on some of my other videos.